Let's turn things to Kevin Bloomberg, who's been tracking our current conditions. Kevin, I know last night we had that kind of crazy storm that rolled through. Today and tomorrow we got to worry about air quality. And then I know this weekend it's really going to heat up.
It's been pretty busy, yeah. We do have the air quality issue. I mean, especially I think early afternoon was pretty bad. You could smell it in the air. It's gotten a little bit better, but we do still have those air quality concerns with the air quality alert in effect for all of the area in Minnesota. That's valid through tomorrow night. In Wisconsin, a little bit longer, all the way through the weekend. Let's look at some current air quality conditions from the NPCA. We're all in the yellow. That is moderate, which is not ideal, but it's not too bad either. We've definitely seen worse. The expectation is that it will get a little bit worse, especially as we go into tomorrow. It's clear across the area right now. Most of us are in the 50s, but we're already seeing a few 40s out there. Hibbing, for example, 52 Solon Springs, 56 in Siren, 54 in Big Fork. And here in Duluth, it is 57 degrees, but that is on top of the hill. Down here by the lake, it's actually much warmer, 64 degrees. That's because we have the wind from the west-northwest, and with that air coming down the hill, that means it's compressing, and that means it's warming up. So that's why we have those warmer conditions here by the lake. For the next few hours, with those clear skies, we continue to decrease those temperatures here in Minnesota and also on our Wisconsin type. But there is a warm-up in the forecast again, so we'll take a look at that here in a little bit, and we'll also see when we can finally clear all that filthy air out of here. That's all coming up in the full forecast, Ryan.
That sounds great. Thank you, Kevin.
Wildfire smoke is plaguing the area once again. We have air quality alerts in effect region-wide in Minnesota. That's valid until tomorrow night and all the way through the weekend for areas down in Wisconsin where air quality will linger around quite a little bit longer. We have the wildfire smoke. It makes its way into the area throughout this afternoon. It's been spreading more towards the south and east. It will continue to do that as we go into the overnight and also into tomorrow morning. By then, we also notice the wind more shifting to the south, and that means that slowly but surely the air in Minnesota will start to clear throughout the day tomorrow, but the smoke will linger more into Wisconsin and also through the Arrowhead region. As we go throughout the day on Saturday, the clearing will continue, but in the meantime, we see some new wildfire smoke approaching from the west. So basically, throughout the weekend, we can see some on and off air quality concerns there for basically the entire area. Tomorrow, most of us will be in the orange, as we can see here. That's unhealthy for sensitive groups. That means that if you have any pre-existing conditions like asthma or anything, you certainly want to be aware of this. You might want to close your windows and doors to keep the wildfire smoke out. And you may also want to limit your time outdoors for the day tomorrow. The reason why we have the wildfire smoke is because we're in between high pressure to our west and low pressure to our east. That's a storm system that came through yesterday and brought us all the severe weather. In between, you have flow from the north and west, bringing wildfire smoke and some cooler air as well. The high pressure continues to move on off towards the east and also eventually to the south and east, and that means as we get to the backside, we get the return flow from the south and west, and that's going to bring in some warmer air, especially as we go into the day on Saturday. Even though that high pressure continues to move on south and eastward, we still have a strong enough breeze from the south and west to bring us warmer air and also sunny conditions for the day on Saturday. We're also clear as we go into the overnight hours tonight. We could see a few clouds starting to move in as we go into tomorrow morning. By that time frame, we also see the winds already starting to shift towards the south, and those south winds will really start to increase as we go into tomorrow afternoon, 10 to 15 miles per hour, especially on our Minnesota side. A little bit lighter winds in Wisconsin with sunny conditions. As we go into Saturday morning, we see some more clouds starting to move in, maybe even a few sprinkles possible here by the head of the lake by late morning on Saturday, but otherwise Saturday is looking dry with mostly sunny conditions once again. Temperature-wise, we're still in that cooler air mass tonight, so that means it will be a pretty chilly night with highs mainly in the low 50s, even some upper 40s for some of us. Tomorrow we're starting to warm up, at least in our Minnesota area, still a little bit cooler on the Wisconsin side. Then that warmer air is really going to start to spread across the entire area on Saturday, but then on Sunday we see some cooler air starting to move in from the north and west once again. The reason for that is that we see a stationary front setting up just to our north, and that's not going to move a whole lot. And down to the south, we see a good heat dome starting to build in with hot air, and I mean really hot air, starting to build across the Midwest and eventually also moving into the upper Midwest. And it's really wiggling around a little bit as we go into Tuesday and even into Wednesday. So down to the south, it's looking warm. To the north, it's looking cooler, with also the chance for maybe a few rain showers, especially Sunday and Monday. We could definitely use some of that rain because the drought monitor came out and it's still not looking good, especially on the Wisconsin side with extreme and even exceptional drought in some areas. We'll take a closer look at the precipitation chances in the 7-day coming up after the break. Here's a look at your regional 3-day forecast. Increasing temperatures for tomorrow and especially Saturday. Some 90s possible here and there. Mostly sunny with some increasing cloud cover on Sunday and even a slight chance for some rain, especially on the Minnesota side. Lesser chance for rain down to our south, but also there the increasing temperatures. Here's a look at your extended forecast with the slight rain chances Sunday and Monday. The warmer day on Saturday. Then at least here in Duluth, temperatures will start to go down a little bit. But down to the south, we are still looking at highs maybe in the mid to upper 80s for most of us. So basically for the next few days and going into next week, if you want to taste the fall, go to the north. If you want to hold on to summer a little bit longer, Ryan, go to the south. You can just get a little bit of everything here in the Northland the next few days.
Yeah, I'm headed to Madison, Wisconsin this weekend for my cousin's wedding. I know it's supposed to be a little toasty.
I think it's going to be pretty warm down there. Yeah.
All right,
yeah,
I'm preparing myself. Thanks, Kevin.